Bayonne council members and residents alike are frantically in search for $15 million to fill the budget gap to meet the proposed 2016 municipal budget of $135.5 million. The $15 million budget gap was a result of Katie Howard Limited, the developer for Harbor Station South, who backed out of the deal just this past week.
What's been done in-house here to basically make up for the budget increases and now the budget deficit? In other words, have we stopped overtime?
Well, why are you saying budget deficit?
Why am I saying? Because the documents I have
don't Mr. Krushke, the budget document right now has no deficit.
Because it's fiction. You understand it's not based on truth.
Mr. Krushke, why do you say it's fiction?
Where are you going to find $15 million?
What makes you think we're not going to? I hope you're not rooting against us finding this money.
Why would I root against you?
I
live in this town.
Well,
I own 4 properties. I pay taxes. We should look at some of these other people that don't live in this town that are making decisions on my behalf, and poor decisions.
Thank you.
And we have to come up with $15 million. What sense does it make to dissolve the BMUA and take on their debt, their employees, for something that probably should just be a 2-man shop, and get Hatchmont McDonald's expenses under control? It makes absolutely no sense to take their debt and their problems to the city.
They currently have no debt.
Okay. Except you would agree that it's probably $300,000, $400,000 in salaries and benefits and pension contributions.
That might be a fair guess at it. They currently have, I believe, 3 full-time employees. One person serving there part-time. So it's not a high number of employees, and maybe you're correct. Maybe 2 should be the magic number there. But there's also duplication in terms of they need a separate audit. A separate engineering contract.
Right.
And that's going to be eliminated. We are where we are now. Attempts have been made to control costs. The ambulance service contract is now 0 for the city.
But what does that tell you? That we were getting ripped off for the last 5-7 years? Paying for something that he was billing on to third parties? And he can come in with a 0?
All I can tell you, Pete, because I don't run this business. All I can tell you is that contract is now 0. So that is a savings of $500,000, $600,000, $800,000 a year.
We got to stop the spending. We keep spending, keep hiring, keep giving overtime, keep giving stipends, keep giving raises to people that aren't in the collective bargaining.
Recently, we just learned there were 119 new hires total. We have to look at this stuff. Like Pete said earlier, we have to cut, or at least stop spending. I look at this, you go outside, you got a lounge. What are we going to have, a barista?
Trust me, when there's discussions not taking place in public here, I'm the first person to argue we should do a freeze. No, we should replace those 15 policemen who are retiring. No, we shouldn't do this. But the reality is, if you cut services too much, and police being the prime example, if you cut services too much, we then become a town that people don't want to live in, and we become a town people don't want to invest in.
If you look under salaries and wages, it definitely went up 1.6 million. If you look under pensions, that also went up. It's not like Governor Christie said, hey, you got to be more into the pensions, you hired more people.
It's not only the number of people, they had raises.
But you could at least
There's not a
agree.
net new of 135 people. There's people who left, people who retired, people who
every year.
just quit, like just crossing guards and everything. So that's not a net new number.
Madam President, with all due respect, if we don't have it, we shouldn't spend it. And it's not your money, it's our money.
Following the sentiments of Terrence Malloy, at the end of the council meeting, Councilman LaPalooza motioned a hiring freeze to help fix the $20 million in structural deficit.
Whereas the City Council should do their best to lessen the taxpayers of Bayonne of their tax burden, therefore be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Bayonne support an immediate hiring freeze on all professional and civil service employment. Moved by Councilmember LaPalooza. Is there a second?
My motion is to to table it, it's kind of just thrown up here, and I think it needs some reworking because it says professional and civil service, and I don't think we can unilaterally say we won't hire a police officer or firefighter.
You can always make a resolution later
So I
to
just
add
like
those people.
a motion to allow the council to review everything on here and see if it is really efficient.
Again, a resolution could be made to hire public safety if we need it. And I think we should vote on this now. It was brought up as several issues. This is something I've been going over for a long time. We have all these problems, and I think it's a good faith to the citizens of
I
Bayonne.
need another motion. So
As a good faith to the citizens of Bayonne, we should instill this.
It's just my suggestion, I would rework the resolution to have a temporary hiring freeze, and then you can formalize that if you so choose to, because you may want to sit with your police and fire director to see if there's any safety personnel that you might need to hire. To just do it blanketly, leave that open.
It was a unanimous vote to adopt the resolution tabling further discussion of the budget to the May 16th meeting, as well as a 30-day temporary hiring freeze. From Bayonne, I'm Jeanette Jozu, Hudson County View, the eye of the community.